From the Cardinal Television Studios, I'm Justin Gould with Fisher News Brief. As Donald Trump's poll numbers continue to slip, the Clinton campaign is working to clean up another email mess. The State Department is fighting off attacks that an official tried to cut a deal with the FBI to have an email unclassified. Stacey Cohen reports.
There was no quid pro quo, there was no bargain.
Is it another October surprise? Newly released documents have led to allegations of a quid pro quo bargain between the State Department and the FBI over Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server during her time as Secretary of State. According to FBI notes taken during the investigation, Undersecretary of State Patrick Kennedy urged the FBI to declassify one of the emails in question. During one interview, a different FBI official said he told the State Department he'd look into the email if State looked into his request for personnel in Iraq. State Department spokesperson John Kirby says there was absolutely no deal made.
No, there's not only is there no proof, it's absolutely not true. Completely false allegation.
At a press conference on Tuesday, President Obama weighed in, saying there's nothing here.
The accounts that have been put out there are just not true.
This is a bigger event than Watergate.
Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump seized on the document release, tweeting pay to play, collusion, cover-ups, and now bribery.
This is a felony corruption.
The real question now may not be what really happened, but rather how will this further impact voters' trust in Clinton, where the latest twist in the never-ending email controversy will unquestionably be among the questions she faces in Wednesday night's debate. I'm Stacey Cohen reporting.
And take a look at this terrifying video. A Georgia teenager was behind the wheel of this vehicle that flew into a house Tuesday. Police say the teen lost control of the car after it became airborne, striking power lines and crashing into a home in southwest Atlanta. Investigators say the car was stolen. The teen, who suffered life-threatening injuries in the crash, was rushed to the hospital. Police have not released the name of the driver and no word on if anyone was in the home at the time of the crash. College graduates are leaving school with more debt than ever before. The Institute of College Access and Success says the average undergrad faced just over $30,000 in loans last year. That's up 4% from 2014. And that means these students will pay about $300 a month for more than 10 years. As for who's getting these loans, 68% of new four-year graduates had loans last year. Back in 1993, it was less than half of new grads, and the report did not include for-profit colleges, many of which have been under fire for their student loan practices. And we've read and heard about studies that say working long hours or even overnights can be harmful to your health. In today's Health Minute, a new study sought out to find the best work schedule based on your age. Kim Hutcherson with more.
Our biological clock has a way of regulating how alert and how sleepy we get over a 24-hour period. And because that cycle can change as we age, working at certain times of the day or night can jeopardize your health. For teens and young adults, later may be better. According to Dr. Jess Shatkin, a psychiatrist at New York University, adolescents tend to go to bed later and wake up later because they release melatonin, a hormone linked to our biological clock, later in the night than adults do. Shatkin says young adults shouldn't start school or work earlier than 9 or 10 a.m. For adults in their 20s and 30s, consistency is key. Studies show the best type of work schedule for people in this group should reflect the person's lifestyle preferences, whether an early bird or a night owl. Deviating from a regular schedule can have negative impacts on health. And for the 40 and older crowd, less is more. A study published by the Melbourne Institute suggests that a 3-day work week could be best for adults over 40. Researchers also found that working about 25 hours a week can improve cognitive performance, but working more than 25 hours can have the opposite effect. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
And there's just another reason to cancel those nasty 8 a.m.s. That's all of today's headlines. I'm Justin Gould for Fisher News Brief.